Sinking driveway, settling patio, collapsing stoop, uneven pool deck. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS.
This is the afternoon edition of the Daily Weather Briefing video. This is for Wednesday, November the 9th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather will be changing. We'll be on the edge of Tropical Storm Nicole, and that will likely bring rain and wind into at least the eastern half of the state by tomorrow night into Friday morning, and then really cold air. The coldest air so far this season drops in here over the weekend. So much to discuss today. Let's go right to the upper air look across the country. And we've got a big trough in the western states that is progressive. We still have ridging here across the southeastern states, but a cooler air mass has slipped in today. Feels pretty good. There's a look at the visible satellite view, and you can see the sky is mostly sunny across the state. A few high cirrus clouds around, but a really nice day. Temperatures, as advertised, noticeably cooler. We've got readings around 70 in most spots. Birmingham at 70, Tuscaloosa 73, Anniston 69, Mobile at 74. And again, by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday, highs will drop into the low 50s. In fact, some folks up in the Tennessee Valley could stay in the 40s all day by Sunday. So across the southeastern states, obviously the big issue coming in, it's Nicole, an upper-end tropical storm. We've got hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings for the South Atlantic coast, a wind advisory now for a pretty good chunk of Georgia. That's with the winds that will be inland from the system. For them, that will be mainly during the day Friday. And then in the northern and western states, pretty wild. Up north, we see blizzard warnings, ice storm warnings for parts of the Dakotas and Minnesota. A lot of snow for the mountains out west as well. So this is the severe weather outlook for the rest of today and tonight. We have a marginal risk across parts of Kansas and Nebraska, and then the standard slight risk along the upper Florida Atlantic coast in association with Nicole. There could be a few isolated brief tornadoes there. Tomorrow, a marginal risk along the South Atlantic coast, a slight risk as well from near Jacksonville up toward Cape Fear and Wilmington. And also a chance of severe storms for parts of the Midwest and the western Great Lakes in advance of a strong cold front. And again, that's going to be a really interesting day tomorrow with a chance of severe storms for cities like Des Moines and Madison, Wisconsin. And just across the cold front, back in the cold air sector, blizzard conditions are possible for parts of the Dakotas and Minnesota. Then on day 3, which is Friday, risk of severe storms again for parts of the middle Atlantic coast as Nicole accelerates to the northeast. Also a marginal risk over the southern tip of Texas with a front slipping in there. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. And for Alabama, there's a big gradient. The big rain's on the eastern side of the state with Nicole. The amounts near the Georgia state line could be close to 2 inches. Amounts near the Mississippi state line, nothing. I do think we'll see some rain on Tuesday of next week, so I do think everybody gets some rain over the next 7 days. But again, in the short term, for the next few days, the big rains will be east of I-65 over the eastern half of the state. So let's talk about the tropics, and obviously Nicole is the story, and really it's the only story. You can see that the rest of the Atlantic basin is quiet. Here's a look at the satellite imagery. In fact, I'll take my picture off here. You can see a little better. Nicole is still an upper-end tropical storm at this point with winds of 70 miles an hour. And understand, one way or another, the impact's going to be the same, whether this is a tropical storm, a Category 1 hurricane. A lot of wind, a lot of rain, storm surge damage for the east coast of Florida. And again, the peninsula will see just very windy and very wet weather over the next 36 hours. This is the latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. This will be coming in late tonight, a little north of Fort Lauderdale, down below Melbourne. And again, hurricane warnings in effect for that part of the Florida coast in the event this does become a minimal hurricane. Then the system turns north over Appalachia Bay, then curves up through Georgia and the Carolinas. And this will likely dissipate by Friday night over the interior part of Virginia. In terms of the storm surge, we're expecting a 3 to 5 foot surge on the Atlantic coast from near West Palm Beach all the way up to about Charleston. The yellow line you see there, and also a 3 to 5 foot storm surge possible over on the Gulf side from north of Tampa Bay over to Indian Pass, as this thing will be kind of clipping into Appalachia Bay. So let's go through modeling on this and take a look. This is the GFS model fans, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. And again, you got the two big systems, the tropical system That's over Appalachia Bay, and then that big storm up in the northern plain states. And again, pretty fascinating contrast, the tropical rains and wind over Florida and blizzard conditions possible for parts of North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Very interesting weather day, to say the least. And for Alabama tomorrow, clouds will increase. The high will be in the low to mid-70s. So let's look at the high-res NAM. This is the new run that's just in. This is the 18Z run. We're back on standard time. We get the models an hour earlier now. So this is tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock Central Time. And the rain shield with Nicole pushing up into southeast Alabama. Places like Dothan, Eufaula, Ozark, Geneva, Enterprise. Again, this is 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. This is midnight tomorrow night, and you can see the bulk of the rain over the eastern half of the state. It's a really close call for Birmingham. It might rain a good bit in, say, Leeds and not rain at all in Bessemer. Birmingham right on the line, but the better rains east of I-65. Again, that's midnight tomorrow night. And then by 6 o'clock Friday morning, rain continues over east and northeast Alabama. And there might be some showers up in northwest Alabama if this verifies. And then all of that rain should be winding down by midday Friday. And understand it's going to be windy. Now, this is 10-meter wind gusts, the higher wind gust over the next 3 days. And you can see the higher values are across the southeastern corner of the state. And again, remember, this is 10 meters. This is about 30 feet off the ground, not really at the surface. I think places like Dothan and Ozark and Enterprise, you could see winds maybe trying to gust as high as 45, maybe 50 miles an hour. For the rest of East Alabama, winds could gust to 35, maybe 40 miles an hour. With the rain that comes in here tomorrow night into Friday morning. So windy and wet for the eastern side of the state. And then this is Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock, and the system is beginning to accelerate to the northeast. So any rain should be mainly Friday morning over East Alabama. I think the rain should be gone in time for the high school football playoff games Friday night. And then Saturday, as the system moves out, cold air moves in. The high Saturday only 50 to 55 with a very icy north wind. Going to be a different kind of day. Folks up in the Tennessee Valley might stay in the 40s all day. And this is Sunday. We go below freezing. Low Sunday morning between 25 and 32 for the northern half of the state. That'll be a big difference from those 80s of recent days. And again, the high Sunday, low to mid-50s. These are the temperature anomalies on Sunday. And you can see temperatures way below average over much of the country. This is Monday. We're still dry. The next feature off to the west, and that will probably bring rain in here Monday night and Tuesday. This is Tuesday of next week. So we'll mention that probably after midnight Monday night through maybe noon or early afternoon on Tuesday, the way it looks now. Of course, that could change. This is a week out. And it's going to be a cool rain. Highs only in the 50s, no instability, no severe weather problems. And this is 1 week from today, Wednesday the 16th. Feature passing to the north, and we're back in dry air. So looks like that next chance of rain after Nicole will be Monday night and Tuesday of next week. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday the 19th, a zonal flow. And if this verifies, that would be a dry day. Rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. Numbers are coming up. The mean is now between 2 and 3 inches between now and the 24th of November. And those 80s, they're gone. You can see 70s. Tomorrow and Friday, and then 50s for the weekend and all of next week. And again, this is for Birmingham. It's got lows at 32 Sunday and Monday morning, but many spots will be in the 20s. And again, temperatures will stay below average for a while. In fact, this is the new 8 to 14-day outlook just in. This is for November 17th through the 23rd. A lot of blue on that map, meaning temperatures around here will likely be below average. Hey, what do we do here? We roll some Pepsi Kid Cam video. Yeah, what a crowd today. North River Christian Academy in Tuscaloosa. Had the whole school in the gym. Had the pre-K up through high school seniors. And we had a great time today. And ooh, boy, look at that cake. Another just that's artwork. It's amazing these cakes we're getting this year. Got a good-looking goodie basket there. But everybody was so kind, the teachers, the faculty, and all the students. And again, we saw some very well-dressed students. I'll put it that way. That I like the look. So again, to all of my buddies at North River Christian Academy in Tuscaloosa, looking awfully good. That's probably the favorite part of my day is getting the chance to see the kids. Tomorrow going to be down in Moundville, Hale County, Moundville Elementary School. Then Friday is Veterans Day. Everybody's off on that day. And then Saturday we have a book signing in downtown Hartselle, Morgan County, Alabama. Love coming to Morgan County. I was up in Decatur last week. We'll be in downtown Hartselle. Sherry's Sizzle, I think that's the name of the business. We'll be there from 9 until 11:30 on Saturday, and that'll be a lot of fun. So that's it for the afternoon edition of the Daily Weather Briefing video. For those that are new here, we do these twice a day, typically about 5:15 a.m. and around 2:30 p.m. We're simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube, but we know that most of you watch later, which is great. We have notes over on our blog, that is alabamawx.com. And if you can, join us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Sinking driveway? Call Alabama Professional Services. Settling patio? Call APS. Uneven pool deck? Call APS. Collapsing stoop? Call APS. Cracking sidewalk? That's right. Call APS. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS. Call Alabama Professional Services today.